to the ball.
Well, it's not only going to be a struggle
For Boston. This is the point with Bradley into his side. Jake Crowder out. The second free throw, no good.
What that game came down to was their ability.
is just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
And it's Freak missing. And here's Boston. It's a three. Visit to Thomas. Back to Beasley. They get a hand on it. Feeds it to Howard. Out to the wing. And the shot's good from Crowder. Crowder's got 5 now.
A good open look, and he splashed.
Beautiful. And the layup goes down.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
A moment.
Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Wonderful, Doris. Thanks. They're thinking about their defense right off the bat here.
Yeah, great thought, really, to have coming out of the locker room. Worry about making stops first and foremost. Let the offense take care of itself.
Yeah, I agree somewhat, but at some point you've got to do some work offensively as well. They can't rely on defense alone.
Jumper off the screen, and it's Freak missing.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Thomas, no good.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
A solo fast break. Here's Crowder. Lays it in off the breakaway. Crowder's got 7.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Good on the three-point shot.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Kicks it to Thomas. Passes to Howard. Thomas with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And don't forget his unbelievable steal total in that game. I mean, almost to the point they didn't want to bring the ball up the floor. Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Martin the screen. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Look at that jam. I mean, just beautiful.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Freak hits it from three-point range. Boston leading by 6. Now here's Thomas. A good portion of the scoring has come from him. He averages more than 18 points a game. 5 on the clock. It's deflected. Fast break, Minnesota. And a wide open look for Freak. No good on the triple.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Thomas goes in. Howard kicks to Crowder. And the rebound goes to Martin. Timberwolves trail by 6. Freak dishes to Wiggins. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Crowder, the pass to Bradley, and that is good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Jang, he's checked in for Towns. And, guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Celtics?
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
So it's Boston now. They lead by 7. This their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
That's good.
I'll tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only they can fill it up, the highest scoring point guards this season. Freak number one.
And you can't say enough about the value of a player like him. I mean, who can attack a defense in so many different ways from the point.
Exactly. It's just not his ability to distribute the basketball. I mean, it's the scoring punch that he provides as well. That's, to me, what makes him special as a dual-threat point guard.
Here's Levine. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game, and it's Freak missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely. Fires top of the key. Howard throws it down with the quick putback jam.
Tell you what, coaches love to see that kind of hustle, guys. I mean, getting after it on the offensive boards, that's always a winning play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The hustle's great, guys, but I think we all prefer to see the finish when you can go up and throw it down like that.
And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. Matthews, he's checked in for Minnesota. The Celtics making a switch here. On defense, Minnesota trailing by 5. Here's Crowder. He's coming off a 19-point game against Milwaukee. Thomas with another miss.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
And Forbes kicks to Thomas.
Want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. Timberwolves trail by 5. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Martin, and it's Freak in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. The shot is off. Excellent D from Thomas. To the right side. Beasley the screen. Armstrong with it. Now defended by Wiggins. The tray. No good. And Minnesota will come the other way. Here's Martin. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Avery Bradley, he's checked in for Boston.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
Here's B.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes. And immediately looking for the open man when the double team comes to him.
Outside Thomas. Out to the wing. To the inside. Here's Howard. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Howard's got 6 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost them.
Bradley dishes to Howard. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Tremendous output from Howard. 9 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Now here is Martin. Here's Freak. Here's Towns, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
His hard work on the backboard really just has given them more opportunities to score.
Celtics leading by 6. From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Mavericks had a huge game. He finished with 34 points and was just efficient on the offensive end, picking his spots on when to keep the ball moving or try his own luck. Numbers like that are rare to see by any player in a game he'll always remember.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Towns. 3rd in rebounding, 6th in blocks, and he's in the top 10 in field goal percentage, really able to power his way to the bucket and finish through contact.
Tell you what, man, he has an instinct for how the shot's going to come off that rim, and he goes after it. That's why he's one of the best rebounders in the game.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Celtics leading by 4. And here's Armstrong. Pass to Thomas. It's tipped. Wiggins outside. Now here's Freak, covered by Beasley. Freak passes to Martin. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And it's Armstrong missing.
You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Now here's Towns. His last outing, 16 points for him. Wiggins kicks to Freak. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Not able to find it here in the second. He's off stride and off track just a bit after that one he had earlier.
Here's Armstrong. Boston, no good that time either. Timberwolves trail by 4. Here's Freak. Drops in the tray. Freak's got 10 points.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Okay, fans, put your hands together for your Timberwolves dancers.
Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. You look at Portland. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, Minnesota, 2.5 games back.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they fought awfully hard this season, and they've got the results to show for it. It's been a breakout year for this group.
Yeah, but their work is far from finished, Greg. You know that. Their success in the regular season is all well and good, but that'll be forgotten if they don't make a run in the postseason. Here's Armstrong.
That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feed. And the Celtics lead by 3. Here's Levine. He's covered by Armstrong. And stolen by Howard. To the right side. Thomas gets a wide open look. The three-pointer is right on target. And now a 6-point Celtic lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And that one's good. Free.
Here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
Now, here's Thomas. He has 6. Bradley can't get it to go.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Freak kicks to Towns. A three-pointer, Wiggins, and another 3 for Minnesota.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Thomas goes in. That's tipped. Kicks it out to Bradley for the 3. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Freak. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. And that'll be his third foul so far. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Zhang's checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Crowder's checked in. And Thomas, here we go. And it's denied. Now, Freak. He had 34 points in the win against Dallas.
Yeah, not to mention the 4 big steals on the night, getting after it on both ends.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Yeah, another thing they've done well, guys, a lot of steals in the first half. Really getting after it defensively.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And that is a major league flush right there, my friends.
And in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
And even 3-on-3 break. The pass to Howard. The Celtics working the ball around now. And the shot's good from Crowder. Here's Freak. 14 points for him. There's a good screen. Wiggins dishes to Levine. Freak passes to Towns. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Towns has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. Boston's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Thomas a screen. Howard setting the pick for Brent. Near the 3-point line, it's Thomas. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have. Oops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. And a pretty tough.
Thank you, Kevin.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Take a look at the game for Freak. He has 14 points and 3 denials. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And Clark, it's as if he's been a step ahead of everyone else out there today.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Boston. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Beasley out there with Howard. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. And that one is good by Beasley.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Thomas. Shoots from 12. No good. Boston shooting in this game 45%. Beasley the screen. Thomas goes in. That's good. Thomas got 10.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Freak with it. Clock at 6. From beyond the arc, Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's tipped. Levine gets to Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Wiggins has got the game tied up here for the Timberwolves.
And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
And that's been their focus, it seems, throughout the game. I like the discipline that they've showed in terms of creating those opportunities on the inside.
And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota on D. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Now, here's Thomas following the miss by Freak.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Levine. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. Levine's got 12 points in the game. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through Wiggins. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now. First in scoring, first in three-point field goal percentage, and they're the number 2 field goal percentage team in the league. This is a team that has really grown in that area, taking good shots and knocking them down.
And you go back to their offense, the most explosive in the league. I mean, everyone talks about the great offense beating great defenses, and I tell you what, they make it difficult to hang with them.
Boston with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Screen by Howard. Outside Thomas. That 3 off the mark.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Celtics trail by 3. With the teardrop, got a hand on it. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Wiggins drives in. Here's Freak. Rebound Boston. Howard's got his 5th rebound in this one.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Out left to the wing. Levine dishes to Towns, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Towns has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Minnesota.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game. Kevin, gorgeous fadeaway there. I mean, that's one way to beat some tight defense.
They set the pick. Outside Thomas. The dish to Howard. Clock at 6. Nice ball movement by Boston. Nice move. Second chance shot. Here's Levine. 17 points in the game. Puts up a 3. And it's Bradley with the rebound. Celtics trail by 3. In the corner, Crowder with it. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Crowder's got 16. Dishes it to Levine. To the middle. Here's Freak. Rebound Boston. Bradley's got his 3rd rebound tonight. There's the feed to Thomas. Beasley sets a screen for Thomas. Beasley right side. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Levine can't hit. The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Howard setting the pick for Bradley. with the floater. Can't hit. And Minnesota will come the other way. Levine kicks to Freak. Levine passes to Freak. He feeds it to Levine. Wiggins dishes to Freak. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
For the lead, and it's Bradley. That time on the assist by Thomas. And it's 8 points for Avery Bradley. But this game has a lot of character here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 already. Intensity is the theme for this one.
Now Thomas following the three-point attempt by Freak. Good. And it's a 4-point Celtic lead.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Outside, Martin. To the paint. Beasley comes with the double team. Here's Freak. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Freak's got 16. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Thomas goes in. That is good. And the Celtics lead by 4.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And it's Freak missing.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing. Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Now, here's Thomas. 16 points for him. There's a good screen. Shoots from the high post. Thomas with another miss. The Timberwolves shooting here about 46% for the game. Levine kicks to Freak. He dishes it to Levine. Here's Wiggins, plenty of space. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Wiggins has got 10 points in the game.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Fast break, Minnesota. Freak with the ball. And he lays in the alley-oop. Towns has got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Crowder, good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Thomas got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Wiggins kicks to Levine. Feeds to Freak. And Boston with the rebound. 1:57 left to play in the third. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Looking at the game for Crowder, he's got 19 points.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Celtics leading by 5. The athletic duo of Levine and Wiggins on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Martin, and it's Freak in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Shot clock at 6. Bradley, no one around him. Boston, no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
That's nicely. 15 points here in the second half. Wiggins, and in a tight contest like this, Greg, that might be just what they need to get the tide rolling in their direction.
You're exactly right. I mean, so often when a team gets that kind of explosive play out of its backcourt, that can really rally and galvanize the whole squad.
Howard, the pass to Bradley. Howard setting the pick for Bradley. The Celtics need to get a shot off, and it's Howard finishing it off.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. This is the time to attack on the interior and convert those easy opportunities.
Outside Bradley. Screen by Howard. Off the pick. Kicks it out to Bradley. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Martin. Martin's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low, here's Towns, and again it's Minnesota converting.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Bradley. The shot by Thomas, and he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Thomas got 9 points in the quarter.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the fourth.
Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Boston. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Martin kicks to Levine. And here's Freak. On the wing, Wiggins. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Beasley dishes to Bradley. And it's good. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Thomas passes to Howard. Now, here's Thomas. He's tightly guarded. Here's Bradley. The three-pointer, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Forbes. Wide open look. Misses off the right iron.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And it's Freak missing.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
Bradley with the ball. Now guarded by Towns. No good from Howard. Timberwolves trail by 3. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
And Forbes kicks to Howard. Here's Thomas. Martin with the block. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch, they say, by Martin. Celtics making a switch here. Crowder's checked in. Shot clock at 6. He kicks to Howard. Deflects the pass. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. And that one's good. Wiggins.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And Thomas, here we go. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
Beasley the screen. Now here's Bradley. He's guarded closely. Shoots from the elbow. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board. Wiggins has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Levine kicks to Towns. And again it's Minnesota. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
This game, as close as it's been, you really hate to see it come to an end.
I agree.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Great D that time from Thomas. Boston trailing. Takes a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Towns has got 9 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
To the inside, Freak, and he banks in the layup. Freak's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. This guy will really make you pay if you leave him enough room outside.
Wiggins left side. Rebounded by the Celtics. Howard's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Thomas. Beasley the screen. Double team on Thomas. Bradley dishes to Howard. Just 5 to shoot. Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Thomas got 30.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Right at the free throw line. Here's Towns. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And doing some dirty work on the offensive glass.
And then fouls it up, Greg, with heavy-duty jam on his mind with a terrific putback.
Got a pigeon on
No rebounds.
Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you, young fellas.
Dominate the glass. Biggs.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Brad Stevens was giving to his team. He's looking for whatever they have left in the tank. He said, I know it's been a hard-fought game, but now's not the time to leave anything in reserve. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I expect you to be going all out, full speed. Guys?
Martin, the pass to Wiggins. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Fires from deep. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses. I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Here's Levine. Count it!
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Boston's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
It falls! That one just took the air right out of the crowd.
Yeah, he simply said, sit down and keep quiet with that one.
And that's exactly what they're doing. There is no noise in the stands right now. Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten everyone that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making them.
Here's Freak. No good from 3-point territory. And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win.
Dwight, coming off the loss in last game, what was the difference tonight in how this team played?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas. He found his rhythm in the second half, and there was no stopping him then. He was locked and loaded. How'd you feel about his performance, Kenny?
Well, getting up over the 30-point barrier is never easy under any circumstances. he tore holes in the defense. They couldn't figure out what to do with him. Every play they ran for him, he executed it nearly perfectly.
Boom, boom, boom. That's right, Ernie. Instruments. This guy was instrumental tonight in making sure they avoided a second straight loss. They needed somebody to step up tonight, and he was their guy.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have
chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Stay on 2K TV postseason. Win on the latest in Road to Finals. Road to Finals team owners. Taking them all. It's all on me. Check out what's going on in my team this postseason. Show off your top plays. Watch him. And give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Stay on 2K TV postseason. We fill you in on the latest finals. Chat with Road to the Finals team owners. Taking them all. It's all on me. Check out what's going on in my team this postseason. Show off your.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money, but me.
Get ready, everyone. All-Star action is coming your way. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. This place is going to go crazy. Tonight, we present the Foot Locker three-point contest. The pressure is high. The drama is fierce. And the pace is fast. Hold on tight, everybody.
And as with all the All-Star festivities, the three-point contest is about having fun, a good time. But still, that doesn't mean the competitive juices won't be flowing.
Now, no question, Clark, these guys are in it to win it. There's a lot of pride on the line when you're up against your peers like this, but I do feel that the guys who perform the best are the ones who relax and just enjoy the experience.
Here we go with Damian Lillard. Remember now, 60 seconds, 5 racks, 5 balls in each rack, 4 one-point balls, and then the favorite, the 2-point money ball.
Well, if my math is right, you've got 5 racks, you've got 6 points on each rack. That gives you an opportunity for a total to max out at 30 points.
Okay, good.
Carry the one.
Right, you're right. You're right on.
Yep. Carry the one, slide that over 0. Yep, that's right, 30. You're right.
He gets his tally up to 16 points. That was a nice piece of shooting we saw from him out there.
I thought he had his stroke working pretty well for him. I mean, What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, solid shooting. He looked very confident.
The last ball in each.
A very strong 20 points for him. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
Yeah, didn't look good there for a while, but give him credit for overcoming that slow start to turn things around.
So it'll be Chandler. And so it's D'Angelo Russell ready to go.
And 18 or...
The round ends, and he's got 19. His stroke looked terrific in that round, guys.
Yep, he did exactly what he needed to. If he had a target number in mind, I think he passed it.
I would think so. Man, I'm sure he's more than happy with that score.
And here we go with Freak. He's in a good spot getting to go last. It's no mystery how many points he needs to move on. And 19 points, really the threshold he's got to reach. He'll have to bring it. He needs a good round. He's got 5. Now with 6. Drains the money ball. 9 points. 10 points on the board.
No messing around now. He's going to have to be at his best the rest of the way.
11 on the board. He's got 12.
Yeah, he can miss 2 more shots in this round, but that's it.
He's at 14. And with that, he's not going to advance.
Couldn't get enough through in the first few racks.
Yeah, you've got to develop a rhythm, and he just couldn't get anything.
He finds himself at 16 points at the end of the round. Payne's got one of the best scores in round 1, a serious contender.
I think we've seen an
And so it's D'Angelo Russell ready to go. He had the lowest score of all the qualifiers, so he goes a very strong 20 points for him. He was really enjoying himself out there that time, guys.
That's a well-earned and well-deserved score. He found his rhythm, and he kept his rhythm.
Yeah, and given the look on...
So it'll be Chandler Parsons here. Here we go. This is it. He led all qualifiers. Now, can he emerge victorious? He racks up 20 points in the round. And that'll do it for this year's Foot Locker three-point contest. There are very... Welcome to our Coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan.
And guys, this really sets up to be an incredible night in terms of excitement from the coaches to the players to us here in the booth. I mean, this is such a fantastic event to be a part of.
Guys, it really is the greatest all-star game in all the sports, in my opinion. We have the best players in the NBA at the peak of their power.
The greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week.
By the other stars in the crowd.
Wall, that's good.
Not a lot. It's about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
And no player in the league has done to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
LeBron kicks to Wall. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Freak with it. And the three off target. Right now we're going to go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Eric Spoelstra. What'd you find out, Doris?
We talked about what it means for him to be at the helm of the All-Star side, and he said, really, it is a testament to my team. They've played great, and this is just a side effect of them having a great start to the season. They deserve all the credit. Love it, Kevin.
All right, Doris. No good from outside. Freak's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Right side, George. Pass to LeBron. Dishes to Anthony. Anthony drawing the double team. Lowry for 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And you can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
Wide open.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Right side, Curry. That's tipped and stolen by James. Here's Wall, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And really a few more of those, and this game could be over.
And Cousins kicks to Freak. Good, and it's Cousins picking up the assist. 6 points for Freak. The East All-Stars on offense. 6-point game. Here's James. The East All-Stars shooting their second and third free throws tonight. Free throw good, LeBron. Gordon Hayward's checked in for the West. Harden comes in for Curry.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Getting ready for your All-Star Dance Pack. One more time, now for your East All-Stars Dance Team.
And here's the East. 6-point lead. They set the pick. The pass to James. The 11-footer. Here's George. Blake Griffin pulls it in.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range. Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the East All-Stars?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Catching up on the changes for the East. Butler, he's checked in for LeBron. And it's Batum in for John Wall. Here's Batum. And the rejection by Cousins. Fast break, here we go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. And some changes here for the East. Okafor's checked in. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Anthony. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Towns, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Butler, here we go. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Freak kicks to Green.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And he sinks the second. Here's Terry. High arcing shot. No good at the rim.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes it.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
And he makes both free throws.
He's a dead eye at the line, fellas. Just call him automatic. He doesn't miss many of those.
Here's West now. They trail by 6. No one covering. 9 points for Freak.
Oh, some slick passing from Harden on that one.
Freak's gotten 3 of his 5 three-point attempts to fall. Terry kicks to Butler. Shoots from the baseline. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Butler's got his second basket of the game. The drive by Green. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Okafor.
He's got a narrow edge here in rebounding early on. You wonder how much that'll play going forward.
Yeah, it's a game of inches, and every play counts.
Here's Butler, and he gets the bucket. Now it's a 7-point East All-Star lead.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Terry kicks to Millsap. West All-Stars with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Here's Freak, and that one is stuffed right through.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And stolen by Freak, and here we go, fast break. Freak's got it, and Harden with the stuff.
Woo-hoo! That's exactly why you watch the All-Star game, to see plays just like that.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
Russell, he's checked in for teams changing it up here.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Freak in at shooting guard. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Griffin. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The drive by Anthony, no good.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
And it's George finishing it off.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Boy, he picked him out brilliantly with that feed inside.
Pass to Lowry. And George kicks to Lowry. Off target from three-point range.
You know, even though he missed that three-point shot, I think the defense has to do a better job of challenging the shot.
Yeah, as a coach, you can really ill afford to have those types of opportunities presented against your defense.
Cousins, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Outside Anthony, Wall wide open. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Wall. Curry against Wall. They double him with Wall. Griffin kicks to Freak. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
Lowry passes to Carmelo from the wing. Nice jump shot. Good. Anthony's got 8 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
Outside Lowry. George with no one around. The 19-footer is on the money. He's got 13.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching.
We got to be more physical on defense. Really nice thing to see. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Rotate over and make them push too soft.
George has gone a nice 5 of 6 shooting from the field. Here's Freak. Passes it to Griffin. And he gets it to go. Griffin's got 4 this quarter.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
East with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. George dishes to Lowry. From deep, Wall. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Curry kicks to Freak. From outside, off the mark. And here are the East All-Stars now. 6-point game. Here's Anthony. The shot will not go. The West All-Stars will go the other way with it. Curry passes to Cousins. Freak kicks to Leonard. The feed now to Cousins. 16 feet away. LeBron with the block. Inside. And there's Lowry. That's good on the assist by James. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game. Leonard with the screen on Lowry. Curry dishes to Freak. Back to Curry. Leonard with no one around. Connects from 3-point range. Leonard's got 6 points.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And that's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Off the inbound.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
And how about all these dunks? I mean, this game's been a complete crowd pleaser, no doubt.
I know, I'm loving it. These players are really strutting their stuff tonight. Showtime.
It's stolen by Lowry. Outside, George shoots it. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
He dishes it to Freak. Leonard attacking. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Wall passes to Lowry. Wall fires. The shot's good on the assist by George. And that's 13 points for Wall.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
got a piece of it. Stolen by George. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
All with it, out defended by Freak. No one near James as he lets it go. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. The East making a switch. And that does it for the... And we return to the NBA All-Star Game. One half is in the books, and the second half about to begin.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Freaks checked in. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Lowry out there with Wall. Then it's LeBron James. Then it's Paul George. And it's Anthony in at the 5. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars. That's good. 9 points for LeBron. Feeds it to Freak. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist in this one. It's a close game here in Toronto. Lowry kicks to Wall. The dish now to LeBron. Anthony with the screen on Griffin. Here's George. Open and close and nails it. George has got 20 points.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
Off the screen. East grabs the miss. George has got his 6th rebound on the night. Out left to the wing. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Buries it from 3-point range.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Freak kicks to Cousins. And he uses the glass on the layup. Cousins has got 6 points.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish. And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Freak kicks to Griffin, and he jams it with authority.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Freak dishes to Westbrook. He kicks it to Freak. Takes the 13-footer. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. James outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
James a screen on Leonard. And George.
And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous. That one will be worth some points in the dunk contest.
Westbrook passes to Griffin. Again, Griffin missing. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. They lead by 7.
Well, how about Paul George in this one? He has 9 rebounds and some big-time defense with the 3 steals, too. What touch he's got out there. He's hardly missed anything.
And really, the only thing you can do is try to keep the ball out of his hands.
And some changes here for the East. Drummond's checked in for James. Millsap comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Walker subbed in for Kyle Lowry.
Well done.
Look at that jam. Just beautiful.
Well, this night is all about the entertainment value in terms of that dunk. Definitely entertaining.
Yep, and he's hearing it from the crowd. I mean, it's going to be really hard to top that one.
And Millsap slams it in.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
Left side, Westbrook. From 12 feet out, and he gets it to go. Westbrook's got 6.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
There's the pick. Drummond a screen, and here's Walker outside. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kicks to Leonard. Nifty move. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, when you think of the great playmakers in league history, John Stockton per game averaged double-digit dimes. Think of this. For his career, 15,806 career assists. A record you knew right off would stand for a very long time.
And guys, you know, you look up point guard in the dictionary, and there's a nice little picture of John Stockton there. I mean, he is an unreal distributor. Control the game like no one ever has before or since. It's no coincidence that Utah never missed the playoffs in any of the 19 seasons that John Stockton was at the helm.
Harden outside. And oh, he just jams it right over Paul Millsap. What a play.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Drills it from outside. Butler's got the lead up to 9 now for the East All-Stars. Hayward kicks to Freak. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No slowing him down. Just some incredible numbers for Freak. He has 23 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for the East. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Towns is checked in. Butler dishes to Millsap. It's stolen by Green. Harden kicks to Hayward. And that is good. Hayward's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Here's Freak. No good. Good work defensively by Terry. Batum against Harden. Millsap a screen. To the middle. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
The mid-range that you've seen from them about as good as it gets. And there has not been a drop-off in the second half.
They've also done a lot of good work in the post tonight. That's certainly been an advantage as well.
Here's Towns, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
The story in the first half was their low free throw percentage. They've corrected that here in the second half, and hopefully they can build on it as this game continues to progress.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. He's with the ball. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Millsap a screen. Outside, Batum. Nice open look, but it's no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Here's Towns, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one, drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And the East All-Stars making a change here. Okafor's checked in, good on the 2nd free throw.
And now they've chosen the full court man-to-man.
Yep, going with the most grueling kind of defense possible. They're looking to make something happen here.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Terry outside, and the foul called on. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. On the floor for the West All-Stars, Freak, he's in at shooting guard. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Griffin. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Leonard in at the 3 slot. The shot by Lowry, no good.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Big-time bucket there, and you can expect to see him stay very involved the rest of the way.
Cousins against Anthony, and stolen by Cousins. And oh, here we go with Leonard, nobody back.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for him.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And so here are the West All-Stars. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And that one's good. Freak.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
To end the run, and LeBron with the basket, the assist by Wall. Wall's got assist number 8 now on the night. James has gone 5 of 12 shooting from the floor. Cousins with a screen on Wall. Westbrook passes to Cousins. And a wide-open look for Freak. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Freak's got the lead up to 5 now for the West All-Stars. Here are the East All-Stars. Outside Anthony from downtown. No good. The West All-Stars will go the other way with him. Westbrook kicks to Freak. Leonard on the wing. Lets it go from deep. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Lowry dishes the Wall. There's the pick. Outside, George, 6 to shoot. Misses the 3. Westbrook passes to Freak. Back to Westbrook. No one near him. Rebound by the East All-Stars. LeBron's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Anthony. That's tipped and stolen by Freak. And now Westbrook pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Yeah, I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
Passes to James. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
An emphatic LU jam.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
They break it out, 5 on 3. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And the West All-Stars have possession. It's a 3-point game. Westbrook kicks to Cousins. Outside Leonard. Fires from deep. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
He's still looking for his first 3-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
James, no good.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Stolen by George. And the layup's good off the glass. George has got 26.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Freak kicks to Griffin. It's Freak, top of the key. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Griffin. And right through it goes. Griffin's got 7 now in this quarter. Here's Lowry.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Post. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
They set the screen. And Wall kicks to Lowry. And that comes off the assist. By John Wall. And that's 13 points for Kyle Lowry. Gotten 5 of his 9 attempts to go. Freak dishes to Westbrook against Wall. Here's Griffin. No luck. The East All-Stars go the other way with it. Here's LeBron. And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Taken away by Anthony. And here they go. And Kyle Lowry again. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
Nice pass there to set that bucket up.
And that's 10 of their last 12 points that have come off assists.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
I like the way he's not forcing anything, taking advantage of what the defense has given him. He's been a key contributor for them in this quarter.
Griffin just having a terrific game.
He has 9 rebounds now and 3 assists as well. He's putting on quite a show here in the fourth quarter.
And for this late in the game, his energy level is off the charts.
And here comes the break. Here's LeBron. Flushes it down to finish the break.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
Freak kicks to Westbrook. He feeds it to Freak. He trains it from the right block. Freak's got 31.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
Now the East All-Stars with...
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer. That's a good shot for him there, but it's kind of puzzling to me that he's not calling for the ball today like he usually does. He has to do more if they're going to pull ahead.
Wall passes to Lowry. It's tipped. LeBron James on the wing. James with another miss.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. And it's Wall in the corner. Goes up on the wing, right through the cylinder that time, all net. Wall's got 6 in the quarter. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Here's Griffin, drilled from 11 feet out. Griffin's got it all tied up now for the West All-Stars. Now here is Lowry. Tight defense on him. Outside Anthony. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there. So far in the game for Anthony, he's got 17 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
Wall. And the rebound goes to Griffin. And so here are the West All-Stars. Trailing by 2, and he gets it to go. 17 points for Leonard.
Great unspoken communication between teammates leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
Outside Lowry. 3-pointer. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. He lobs it up. It's tipped. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Now it's a 5-point East All-Star lead. Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Wall. Pass to Freak. Shoots. But they'll get another chance. The wing jumper off target. And here's Wall outside. Gets it to fall, and now he's 10 of 15 on the game.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Freak. They can't stop the run with that one.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
Puts it up from 7, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. And that's now 21 points for Carmelo Anthony. At the elbow, Griffin. Leonard attacking.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Yeah, good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial.
So the East All-Stars win it.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith and the All-Star. Paul George. He led the way tonight with a double-double and was a major reason why they won tonight. His effort and intensity gave them the boost they needed. And that'll do it for this year's All-Star Game.
It's all on me. Check out what's going on in my team this postseason.
I won't bow down to no man.
Road to the Finals team owners.
Taking them all. It's all on me.
Check out what's going on in my So let's kick off today's episode with an update on the road to the finals. With only 3 chances left to qualify, these final game days will be the most competitive yet. It was my team this postseason. Show off your top plays.
Watch him!
And give you a chance at VC and 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now. Today on 2K TV Postseason, we fill you in.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Excited, thrilled to be here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm so lucky. And on tap tonight, it's the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Memphis. Hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play. But if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. Well, Coach Dave Yeager on the bench for the Grizzlies, as always. He's a coach who completely embodies the roster and franchise that he works for. Kenny, what can you say about Yeager's approach and how he handles his team?
He's not a guy that's going to be flapping his arms around. He's very quiet, hardworking, probably overlooked on how good a coach he is because his demeanor is so calm. But he's got a very practical approach, everything he does. He's not flashy, but he's very effective, guys.
He embraces analytics, and he wants things to be backed up with facts when he's making his decisions.
Do you embrace analytics as well, Dr. O'Neal?
No, I do not.
Why not?
No such thing.
What do you mean?
No such thing.
Sure there is.
It's not.
There's advanced stats.
The neon lights in the sky spelling out where we are tonight, Memphis, Tennessee. It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Timberwolves come into town for this one. Grizzlies will look to their home court advantage, just one